those of you that don't know who I am, welcome to the call. My name is Joel Broughton, and I've got the great pleasure of speaking with you guys tonight about an opportunity to become a leader with this company and position yourself, I think, with a great opportunity and a great team. And, like I said, I'm going to go through just maybe a little bit about, my background and kind of what's happening here most recently with our team and with this opportunity. And then most importantly, I think I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how we do this opportunity, how we're going to make money together and partner together to be able to be successful as a team. So just to give you guys a little bit of my background and kind of where I'm coming from, and maybe some of you guys can relate. Back in 1999, I was first introduced to network marketing and, the wonderful world of a home-based business. And, man, I got excited. I got really, really excited about the opportunity to be able to work from home. And I kind of, I was introduced to one of the largest direct sales companies at the time. I didn't really make a lot of money with that company. I actually got a $6 check, $6.34. And, it was actually from me just buying my own product. So I didn't actually ever register anybody as a distributor or as a customer. I tried a little bit, but I didn't quite get it. The people that I was working with really didn't know what they were doing either. And maybe that's familiar to some of you guys. Sometimes in this industry, there's not a lot of leadership going on. Sometimes you don't have a marketing system or a plan to follow, if you will. And, we end up just kind of having a bunch of amateur people walking around trying to sell to other people. If you really don't know what you're doing, it makes life a lot more difficult than if you have a bit of a plan to go on. So a couple years later, I found myself kind of in a hole. I was divorced. I was broke. I was absolutely broke, like you wouldn't believe. I actually declared bankruptcy, and I, that was an ego hit for itself for me to have to actually go through that. I was a single dad at the time, too, with twin boys that were 3 years old, raising my kids. I was working 2 jobs, and trying to build network marketing or start a home-based business. So, ultimately I had, the kids were in daycare. I was working all day long. I'd come home and, I'd be working some evening shifts too at my second job just to try to pay the bills. But, I never once thought I wouldn't make it. I always knew in the heart of hearts and in my mind that I just got to figure it out. I just got to get with some people that actually knew what they were doing. And I know I got the skills. I know I've got the talent. I know I've got the brains to be able to do this and figure this thing out if somebody would just show me. So a few years later, I ended up, with an opportunity using conference calls, and we were calling leads all day long and stuff like that. And, just through sheer determination, I think, more than anything, because, that's a tough racket, a lot of rejection, a lot of people kind of screaming and yelling at you. Again, maybe some of you guys can relate. We built a business of probably, upwards of $40,000 a month, by the time we got that up and going. And then in 2005, I kind of had a bit of a revelation, and I discovered the Internet. And boy, my life changed when I started to figure out this automation thing and this, lead generation online and how to actually, connect with people on the Internet rather than, buying leads and calling leads and buying leads and calling leads and, et cetera, et cetera. You know the drill. So when we kind of figured that out, we got this business moving and we got things happening to a level that I never really looked back, but I couldn't really believe, what I was missing. If I look back in 1999, if I had started online and if I had somebody show me what I know now, boy, what a difference that would have made. And that would have probably curbed, 6-7 years off of my learning curve. So recently, I've been spending the last couple of years very successful online, creating several different network marketing systems, sponsoring systems, and training centers for people to be able to learn how to generate leads online, how to do Internet marketing. And to me, that's really exciting, not only for me to know how to do it, but, to teach and to help other people be able to kind of start from nothing. And, I've helped many people be able to get to incomes of upwards of $10,000, $20,000 a month and more. And I'm not saying that to brag, but I'm just saying that to say, I guess, to you that I can teach you and train you and show you if you give us the opportunity. We've got the tools and the skills and the ability to be able to do it. You just need to be able to put in the time, the effort, and obviously you got to stick with it. I see so many people starting and stopping businesses all the time, that if you just stick with the opportunity that, we're presenting you here, definitely I know that you can make the income that you're worth. For those of you that maybe you're brand new to network marketing, maybe you don't know what's going on. Maybe you're brand new to business, maybe you're not quite sure what's going on, but I'll tell you what, there is not another industry out there that I would rather be in today. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a complete no-brainer that you want to be in a trillion-dollar growth industry. If you think about this, and this is one of the things that really hit me a couple of years ago, was, is it really the product? Is it really the company? Is it really the compensation that makes an opportunity good? Well, I'll tell you what, all of those things have to be there. It has to be a solid company. Of course, you don't want the company going under. It has to be a solid product that's in demand, and it has to work, obviously. It has to do what, we say it does and what we promote it does, because otherwise people wouldn't keep buying it. So it has to be a solid product and company. If we're not getting paid compensation-wise, same thing. It's got to have a good compensation plan. But the most important thing is simply this. If you don't know how to market, if you don't know how to advertise your business or your product or your services, you can't make any money, period. If you can't attract prospects, if you can't attract people to your business or your opportunity or get, customers buying your product, you will have zero success every single time, 100%. I mean, look at the big corporations out there. They all advertise. Walmart's advertising like crazy all the time, right? All the big companies, Coca-Cola and Pepsi and, et cetera. I mean, I could go on and on and on with all the examples. These guys are advertising to be able to sell their product, okay? And we need to be able to do that too. Now, how we're going to do that, though, is that we're going to help you with leads and prospects because, we've already got the experience. We've got kind of the horsepower, if you will, driving this internet machine already. So we're going to be able to help you with prospects and leads for your business until you get to the point where you're able to consistently generate them yourself. Okay? We're going to teach you how. We're going to work with you. We're going to provide you step-by-step instructions. We're going to give you websites and autoresponders and all the cool little, tools and things like that you need. We're going to set you up with all of that, all right? And all you have to do basically is plug in and start learning. And while you're learning, we're going to start working to put people in your business right away, okay? We all build in a team environment so that, as I build my business, I can actually put volume, I can actually put people in volume underneath you guys too. Right? Every time that I'm working, there's a potential that you're going to be able to get paid off of that too. All right? And every time that Joseph's working and every time that Mike is working, and that we're bringing people into the business and we're introducing the business and we're doing presentations and we're talking to people and we're helping people, you're potentially going to be able to get paid too. But you got to do your part. This isn't going to be just a rollover and, get rich quick. You just get in and you'll be rich. We're not talking about that. We're talking about helping you. We're talking about empowering you and showing you step by step what you need to do to be successful too. We're just going to support that. Okay, we're going to help grow that, and we're going to be able to kind of, change that learning curve so that it's a lot shorter than normally. Right? We're going to show you exactly what we do. We're going to provide you the exact same websites and tools that we use to be able to be successful. And to me, that just makes sense. I've got a vested interest in your success, strictly, obviously, even monetarily. Not only the fact that I just want to help you and we all want to succeed and, enjoy life in kind of a better way, but more importantly, obviously, I'm also financially compensated for making sure that you personally win, each and every one of you. From that perspective, obviously, we're going to make sure that, everybody's plugged into the systems and understands, and gets trained. We do a lot of live training, a lot of one-on-one coaching to be able to help everyone get to the level that they need to be successful. Now, one of the other things I want to touch on, I guess, we have recently done a lot of, sent out a few emails in terms of, marketing and looking for leaders for this opportunity, people that want to step up to the plate and really make things happen, okay? We've filled several of those leadership positions already today. I've been on the phone basically all day long. I must have received, I don't know how many countless calls, at least over 100 calls. My phone's just been ringing constantly since we've sent that out looking for those leaders. And I've talked to many very awesome people that have already taken the plunge and gotten on board and jumped at that opportunity to be able to work with Mike and I personally. And I definitely welcome the opportunity to work with any of you that obviously want to take action and get started right away. We can set up times for training, and we can get your account set up and things like that immediately tonight following this call and tomorrow. Really up to you guys to determine what your future is going to be, not only with this opportunity, but more importantly, your wealth and what you want to create for yourself and your family. So have a great evening, everyone. Again, I'm Joel, and I look forward to speaking to you guys all. Bye for now.